Okay, so right now I'm not really doing, it's really not an unboxing, just showing you the new Steve Jobs biography written by Walter Isaacson. So, let's just, this is shipped from Amazon. It was one of the pre-order things that they had going on. So it was $17. Pre-ordered it, make sure I could get a copy. They had them at Costco. So, you can get them other places other than just Amazon, obviously. But, so, that's the only thing inside this little box from Amazon is just the book itself. So, it was $17, for this hardcover book. And free shipping, whatnot. So, it was a pretty good deal. So, as you've seen many other places before, here is the cover. Steve Jobs by Walter Isaacson. Go on the side, same thing. It is published by Simon and Schuster, something like that. Schuster, like Schuster. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But here you have him and the first Macintosh, and then the front again. So it's got one of these, plastic covers on it. If you take it off, it's just a white book. And inside here talks about what the other works that Walter Isaacson has published, such as biographies of Benjamin Franklin, Albert Einstein, and the exclusive biography of Steve Jobs. So inside here is a picture of him in his home. You can see he's got his Mac Pro, his cinema display. Oh, look. Cinema display. Anyways, he's sitting there. That's his wife and his kid. And he's looking like he's looking through Aperture iPhoto, something like that. So it's just, it's kind of cool seeing him interact with his own products and use them for his life, which is cool. And there's the beginning of the book. Turn the next page. Nothing special, just a book. I thought you guys would show you what it looks like. Some of how. Okay, sorry about that. I had gotten a call on my iPhone and it stopped the video. Anyways, I was saying, I just want to show you guys what comes with this book. Not really comes with it, but just how it's got this plastic sleeve. Some of the pictures that's in it. We have the same picture on the back of the book also. And just some info about Walter Isaacson, which is the CEO of Aspen Institute. Has been the chairman of CNN and managing editor at Time Magazine. So, I've seen a couple of the funny and or surprising, interviews that they had together online. One of the ones like when what's his name, Johnny Ive, how he has a lot of power in the company because Steve's wanted it to be like that. No one can boss around Johnny Ives because Steve sees him as a spiritual leader. So that's kind of interesting. I always figured the guy was important to the company. He pretty much is the company on the design side, which is how you look at the product and how you interact with it. So he's obviously very valuable to the company, and Steve very much so realized that and made sure that Johnny Ive had the creative freedom that he needed to design things such as the cinema display or the iPhones. So just cool stuff in that, and I really can't wait to read it. It's gonna be really interesting to see what he has to say. You never really gotta look into Steve Jobs' life because most of his personal life was very personal, as it should be. And I like how this book's gonna cover that and talk about just how he was and what he did. You hear about it a lot in movies and whatnot, but I really think this is more of an insight than any other works that have been published before. So it'll be a real treat to read it, and I hope you guys will read it too. I'm hoping it'll be an enjoyable book, and I'm sure it will be. It's pretty long, as it looks to be. It's a good 600 pages long, so it should be a good read. And I'm hoping to hear things that I've never heard before. So that's it. Thanks for watching my sort of unboxing or unwrapping of the biography of Steve Jobs by Walter Isaacson. Thank you.